Microsoft PowerPoint. Introduction. Microsoft PowerPoint is a professional presentation program which allows the user to create presentation slides that can be displayed on the computer screen or through a projector that is plugged into a computer. A PowerPoint presentation is a good way to convey pieces of information, usually in the form of an outline, to a large audience. Generally, PowerPoint presentations are appealing to users because they are easy to create, edit, and generally small enough to fit onto a CD or a USB jump drive. Therefore, a user does not have to carry around any slides or slide projector and, if necessary, can make any last minute changes to the presentation. Next, you have to see Microsoft PowerPoint components. Before you get started with Microsoft PowerPoint, you will have to locate and open it from the computer. It may be on your desktop, so double click on the Microsoft PowerPoint icon. If it is not available, then go to Start menu, Programs and Microsoft PowerPoint. Sometimes Microsoft PowerPoint will be in a folder called Microsoft Office or similar. This will make one more step between programs and Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint will open a blank page called Presentation 1. There is an image of upper left corner of Microsoft Word. This box features two important bits of information: which file you are currently working on and which program you are using. Next, the browser's toolbar. This is a closer view of the title bar where file information is located. Notice the three buttons on the right side controlling program features, and remember that the X button on the far right means close the program. The middle button is a toggle switch between full screen and a small window, and the single line button on the left means minimize to the taskbar. Next is the menu bar. The menu bar is a common sight in almost all Microsoft Windows programs. It features text-based menus on which are listed virtually every option available to the user in the entire program. Each menu expands when clicked, offering many options categorized by specific tasks. You can click on each of the words to see a menu of the task you can perform. Now, to see a menu, point with your mouse to a menu option, then click the left mouse button once to open a drop down menu. Point with your mouse to a particular item, and last click once with a left mouse button to select the item. Next topic is the slide design. One of the most popular features of MS PowerPoint is that it gives the user a wide variety of design choices. At the same point, you may wish to change the design and color of the background for your slides. To do so, simply click on the design icon. On the right hand side of your screen will appear the slide design pane. Here, you are given three design options to apply to your slides. Next, slide layout. The default in PowerPoint for each new slide is to have a title text box and a text box. As discussed earlier, you'd have the option of rearranging the text boxes to fit in layout you have in mind. However, it is often easier to select a layout that fits your needs rather than reformatting the default layout for each slide. To choose a slide layout, select Format Slide Layout from the menu bar. On the right hand side of your screen will appear the slide layout pane. From here, you have the option of applying a slide layout either to a selected slide or a new slide that has yet to be inserted. You can view these options by clicking on the arrow on the right side of the template. Now, there are four different types of layout categories. First, text layout. These options are for choosing a layout in which you are only organizing different text boxes. There are no spaces for pictures, charts, or graphs. Next, content layout. These options are for choosing a layout that will only contain pictures, charts, or graphs. There are no spaces for text boxes. Third one is the text and content layout. These options have room for both text boxes and pictures, charts, or graphs. Other layouts. These are designed for other media content such as video clips or audio tasks. Pictures. Inserting a picture into MS PowerPoint is very similar to inserting a picture into MS Word. First, select the slide that you wish to add the picture to. From the menu bar, select Insert, then Picture, then from File. Choose the picture that you wish to insert and select Insert. The picture will be inserted in its original size, so you will probably have to resize it. Click on the picture and note the circles at the corners and at the midpoints of the length and width. Move your mouse pointer over the circles. Left click the mouse and hold the button down. Move the mouse vertically or horizontally to resize it.
Now there is standard toolbar. The standard toolbar is located below the menu bar. It has buttons for common tasks such as saving, printing, checking spelling, or let's say correcting the grammar. Also inserting charts and tables, and there are a lot of other options also available. Formatting toolbar. It consists of changing the font, size of the font, font color, making the text bold, italics or underline, changing the alignment of the text, or let's say highlighting the text, and there are many more options available. I want to change the font of the headline, that is formatting toolbar. So I'll go here. There are lots of options available for fonts. You can choose any. I have chosen Arial Black. It's very bold. And also I have chosen B, that is for bold. You can change the font size from here. You have a lot of sizes, 40 or I have chosen 60 because since it's the headline, it is looking perfect. You can make the font in italics or you can also underline it, but I don't want to, so I'm not choosing them yet. For the headline, you don't need any bullets or numbering, but when you have a subtitle for it, you can always choose bullets and numbering. It will help you. Then there is alignments, where you can change it, make it to the left, right or center. I have kept it in the center since it's the headline. And there are a lot of other options available over here. Drawing toolbar. In order to display the drawing toolbar, we will press on home and then we are going to press on draw. You'll get all the options. Drawing toolbar consists of font color, word art, color fill tool, shadow tool, arrow tool, line style, line width, draw menu. It also has different shapes like rectangle, oval, and many more, which can help you in making a perfect shape. Now since I'm using my phone, I don't get options of rectangle, oval or anything, but I can use my pen to make stuff here. There is also a highlighter and there are a lot of colors in it. This, you can change the thickness of your highlighter if you want it bigger. You can this. Then you have an eraser, and also in eraser you have sizes, small eraser, medium eraser. So yeah, you can erase it. So this is how drawing toolbar works. Now we have design icon, where we can get designs. There are different themes, variants. For choosing a design, we need to press this home or menu option. Then there is one option called design. You tap on that. There is themes. You can choose any theme for your background. For example, I chose this gallery one. so it changes the background. Then there is format of background. You can change the color of it like this. For new slides, for selecting a new slide, you can simply tap on new slide, which is there mostly on computers. But since I'm using my phone, I'm going to simply tap this plus icon that is here on the bottom right corner. You can add as many slides as you want.
So in this section we are going to see how to manage the slides and what are the different slide views available in the PowerPoint. So PowerPoint includes several different slide views which are all useful for various tasks. The slide view commands are located in the bottom right of the PowerPoint window, and there are four main slide views. First one is the normal view, second one is a slide sorter view, third one is the reading view, and fourth one is a slideshow. So we'll see one by one. So first one is the normal view, which is the default view where you create and edit slides. You can also move slides in the slide navigation pane on the left. Second one is the slide sorter view. So in this view you will see a thumbnail version of each slide. You can drag and drop the slides very easily and very quickly. So by using this view you can change your sequence of slides very easily and very quickly. Third one is the reading view. So this view fills the PowerPoint window with a preview of your presentation. It includes easily accessible navigation buttons at the bottom right here. So by clicking on next navigation button you will go to the next slide, and by clicking previous navigation button you will go to the previous slide. And fourth view is the slideshow view. So this is the view you will see to present to an audience. So this command will begin the presentation from the current slide. Also you can press F5 on your keyboard to start from the beginning. A menu will appear in the corner as you hover the mouse in the bottom left corner. So these commands allows you to navigate through the slides and access other features such as the pen and highlighter. So by clicking on this you can go to the next slides and previous slides as the reading view. And here are other options which are laser pointer, pen and highlighter. So you can highlight any specific or important word by using highlighter. Also you can draw anything extra by using pen option. Yeah, so now we'll go to the normal one. Yeah, so another slide view is the outline view. So go to the view option, then there is a outline view option. So outline view shows your slide text in outline form. So these allow you to quickly edit your slide text and view the content of multiple slides at once. As you can see here at the left hand side, there is the information which are present in the slides. So you can see this information at once only. So you could use this layout to review the organization of your slideshow and prepare to deliver your presentation. You can type directly in the outline to make changes to your slide text. So we'll see. Yeah, so this is the second slide and I'm deleting a word. As you can see, I'm deleting here in the outline view, and it changes in the slideshow also, in slides also. So like this you can make changes in slides directly by using outline view. So next one is the slide notes. Yeah. Here is the option in view option only. There is option of notes pane. So by clicking on this, here you will see a cursor is appeared and you can type the notes or whatever important topics of that slides to review later. So, and also you can adjust this note section by dragging up and down. Yeah, so we'll go to the normal view again. Yeah. Also there is a option of slide section. Yeah, so in home there is an option of section, so you can add sections. Like if you have a lot of slides, and you can organize them into sections to make your presentation easier to navigate. So sections can be collapsed or expanded in the slide navigation pane and named for easy reference. So by clicking on add sections, we can add the sections. So first, what you can do, select the slide you want to begin a section. Like I'm selecting this 10th slide, and from the home tab, click on the section command, then choose add section as I did earlier, and from and then rename. Sorry. So yeah, by clicking on section, after adding the section, you will see another options like remove all section, collapse all section, or expand all section. So you can create how much you want to create. So you can create how much you want to create. So you can create many sections as you need. Yeah, so this is all about the slide views. Next we'll see how to print the slideshow or our slide or our presentation. Yeah, so we'll go to the normal one. Yeah. So here is the option of file. By clicking on this, several options appeared. So by clicking on print, one second, yeah, so here are printing options. So here are copies, like how much copies you want to print. You can change it by down arrow and up arrow. Yeah. Also here is the option of printing all slides. If you want to print just a particular first or second slides, then you can do that as well. Also here is the option of full page slides. So there is an option like full page slides, then notes page, outline, and also another options like 1 slide, 2 slide, 3 slides. Like you can print it on one paper or different paper, like 1 slide on each paper. Yeah, so there is even a color like black and white print or pure black and white, grayscale, or color printing. So here are the printing options. Yeah, so once you done with all these settings, you can just click on this print, and then your slides will be printed on paper. Also if we want to just find one word and replace that word, then we can just simply go to this find option and type